Let this one go since we cut off earlier and bring it back.
The world famous Mr. Magic Rap Attack presents
As we proceed to give you what you need.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 15 of the Hot Snowball Podcast. It's good to be back, Mayor. How we doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Episode 15. We're here. Took last week off a little bit. But it happens. We've always said that we don't get paid to do this, so.
It's true. Unless people want to start Venmoing me.
That's true. Well, yeah, that's true. The big Venmo game. But yeah, I'm good. I mean, we had a nice weekend of sports, if you will. I feel like we should just get right to it. Because I know that the people who are listening, they just want to know, in general, what the thoughts are for you about Super Bowl Sunday. So I figured I'd just leave the floor open for you and let you say your piece.
Okay, so it started out, it was a great day. Basically trolling D-Lo, my friend Max, all over the place after he said the Falcons were going to win last year. Kind of riding the high horse. I thought we were going to win for sure because it was the Eagles and Nick Foles. However, I definitely underestimated the Patriots' defense. I should say overestimated, Overestimated because they were absolutely complete trash. And for some reason, Malcolm Butler thought it was a good idea to smoke weed the night before, allegedly. And miss curfews and be an asshole that he is. So not going to miss him, even though he did win us. Well, he made a game-winning play for us to win the Super Bowl in 2015. So no hard feelings, Malcolm. Thank you for everything you did, but it's time to go. You know, the Patriot way is not having those type of players on your team. So, I mean, Bill doesn't bend. He does not bend.
He doesn't.
He will not bend. He stays put on his beliefs. So that's why Malcolm Butler not playing one snap on special teams, I mean, probably would have helped. And like Skip Bayless was saying, Bill thought he could throw Eric Rowe out there, former Philly guy, and sort of troll the Eagles and win with him out there instead of Malcolm Butler. And just, I don't know, that's one theory. But I don't know. Foles was making some unbelievable passes, and like Alshon had some unbelievable catches. The Clement catch, I don't know, based on what the rule is, I don't know. That's a catch, but I mean, it probably is. But based on the rule, you have to wonder, is it actually a catch? I don't know. Either way, I mean, it is what it is. The first half, we always make it hard. The Pats always want to get in a hole and then have to dig their way out of it. I mean, special teams, just mental error. You can't be missing field goals, bad snaps, can't be missing extra points. Gostkowski is a bum. I want him out of New England. I want some rookie in. I don't give a fuck. I hate Gostkowski. This guy has never done anything good for the fucking Pats. He just makes it more difficult. Missing extra points last year in the Super Bowl. I want him gone. Gone. But, I mean, he's good during the regular season. He's got no clutch gene. When it matters, you can't rely on him for a big kick.
Yeah.
So that was just terrible. I get it. Like, the Eagles missed a few, and they chased some points. Didn't work out for them. And in the last drive, I mean, it is what it is. Tommy had it down 6. Got not really blindsided, but tried to make a play that wasn't there and ended up fumbling it. So the Eagles made one play all game, really. That was it. That was the difference in the game. I mean, you give it 41 points, you really don't deserve to win. Tommy threw 5 of 5, 3 TDs. I was very, very thrilled with his performance. I mean, he's got a Super Bowl record now, yards. He was the MVP. Just, kind of add that to the accolades that he has.
True.
So it's not the worst thing in the world. It would have been bad if it was more like the Giants games where he could only score him and the offense could only score 14 points. With Randy Moss, not looking good on Tom. But Tom did what he had to do to win. The defense didn't hold their end of the bargain. Coach Belichick didn't hold his end of the bargain. He's supposed to be a defensive guy. So, I mean, that's why it doesn't sting. We have 5 rings. Tommy's got 5. He's still the GOAT. I mean, it sucks not winning. Would have been nice to get another one, but it is what it is. So, I mean, we're on to next year. I'm going to have to wait another 365 days to get back in the Super Bowl. Edelman back, Malcolm Mitchell back, Dante Hightower back, fix the defense up a little bit. McDaniels coming back, not going to Indy. Love that. So, Oh, another thing, that pass to Brady was horrendous. To anyone who thinks he should have caught that, it's just a complete moron. I mean, give me a break. You're telling me that if Tom was in the situation Foles was in when they ran that beautiful play, which Foles came up with apparently, Tom Brady would have caught the pass that Foles caught. I mean, I could have, you could have, Mayor, my girlfriend could have, my mom could have, like, everyone catches that pass. Like, there's no athleticism there. But the one to Tom Brady was just out of reach. He didn't miss time. He could have leapt for it, I feel like, or dove. But, I mean, he's 40 years old. Like, let's cut him some slack. He's not, like, an actual – he's a very good athlete, but he's not, like, a receiver.
Yeah.
You know?
He's not like he's obviously an athlete because he, can play the game at a high level. He's not the most athletically gifted. Like when you think of athletic and you think of a guy like Byron Jones who jumped whatever longest long jump of all time, like he's not like that. He's not like an athlete. He's a playmaker and he's a very he's a guy who's like very mechanic focused.
Yeah.
So that's why I wasn't too surprised. I agree with you. I thought that the throw was a little.
It was a little
off.
high. It was a little high. Amendola and I was listening to Undisputed. Skip tried saying that Amendola was getting pressured, got in his face. There's no one near Amendola.
No.
He threw it a little bit on the run. He could have set himself and kind of like underthrew it just so it's like there. I feel like he tried to hit him kind of in stride so Tom could like make a play, get a couple yards. But if he just caught the ball and like just went down there, it would have been fine. Like, it would have been fine.
Absolutely.
And another thing that people are kind of overlooking is the Cooks play on 3rd and short on the end around. He was like 8 to 10 yards, 7 to 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, one-on-one with a guy, tried to hurdle him. He had literally all the room in the world, and you're like Brandon Cooks, and you can't shake that one guy to get like an extra yard. He hurdled him, ended up getting nowhere. All he had to do was do a little shimmy, go to the side, and reach out, and you have a first down. Like,
That's
you
true.
have a first down. Like, that's crazy to me.
You know what I was going to ask is, did you think that the hit on Cooks was dirty?
No, not at all. It was a very clean hit. I don't know what Cooks was thinking. Like, you got to have your head on a swivel, fella. And, I mean, north to south, north to fucking south. Every time someone gets the ball, that's all I say. Just run forward. I don't give a fuck. Just run forward, get like an extra yard. Don't run to the side and get 0. Just go forward. I don't care. Don't try to be a hero.
Okay.
Just go forward. And he tried to be the hero, make a play, and he ended up knocking himself out of the game, which again was tough for Brady because that was the first quarter, right?
I think it was, or early second. Yeah.
Regardless, that was a huge factor, and Tommy still ended up going off. I mean, he was throwing pearls all over the place. So it was just gorgeous to watch. It's too bad the defense, again, couldn't hold their end of the bargain. And Philly put on a great last drive. Like, once the Pats took the lead, I mean, the Eagles got the ball back with like 9 minutes left.
Yeah.
I mean, they put on a clinic to get it all the way down there, and then they made one play. I mean, I was feeling it. I was like, we've scored our last. They had 4 drives in the second half. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. And I'm like, why not another one, Yeah. And then, I mean, the first time they get pressure on Tommy really all day, and that was that. Sucks because he probably would have scored the touchdown, and then Goss, probably would have missed the extra point. But, I mean, who knows? It doesn't matter, really. But they'll be back. The Eagles won't be back, that's for sure. It just sucks because, the reason they won is because that offensive line. Like, Nick Foles played very good, but goddamn, any NFL quarterback could have a day back there. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it's like unbelievable. And they're missing Marcus Peters, like their best offensive lineman, like Pro Bowler, like veteran, like, I don't know, like Lane Johnson. It's like crazy. Like those guys are just unstoppable. Like no wonder Blunt is just running everywhere. I mean, that's got to be a hell of a time back there.
Yeah.
I mean, geez, all day to throw. Like, goddamn.
No,
like,
true.
if you put Nick Foles, like, if he, he had a great game. He did what he had to do. I mean, if you put him on someone like the Colts, let's say if he was the backup for the Colts this year, and then, like, Andrew Luck doesn't play, then, like, whatever, Brissett, let's say, hypothetically not there, and you have Nick Foles in Indy, there is no fucking way he does that. You have to be in the right system to win. Obviously, you need to be good at playing as well, like the position of quarterback, have a good coach, OC, but I mean, you also have to be in the right system.
That's true.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways. Like Tom Brady's in the perfect system to be, good. He's got Coach Belichick. He's got players he's worked with around him for years. He's a good leader, so it helps.
Absolutely.
It helps. But at the same time, I mean, the system is very important. Very important.
I agree. You know what I was going to ask is because, you did not, rightfully so, let me put it this way, did not come and watch the game at Danny's house. Danny Slomsky hosted our little friend get together for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Great time, by the way. Lots of great food, and I appreciate Dan having us there, even though he was a Patriots fan, and like everyone else there was not Patriots fans.
Was Kamos there?
Kamos was there.
And Kamos really does. Either way, he roots for the Pats. It's not going to make or break.
Well, those two, at one point, I saw them, they kind of went not to the side, but they kind of went near each other because they realized they were the only two Pats fans. We did have some females in the basement that were Pats fans, but obviously,
who?
Behole's girlfriend had a Pats jersey on. I don't remember what. And then Brendan Germano's girlfriend.
Okay, I love that.
She also had one on. I think she had Edelman on. I don't remember exactly. So there were some Patriots fans, but those two obviously good friends. They kind of wanted to be a little support system, while everyone else, it was hostile territory.
Yeah, it's probably for the better that I wasn't there because I was getting rowdy in my basement.
Well, I was gonna ask
when they took the lead. I was just going nuts.
I was gonna ask, was anything broken?
No, nothing was broken, but basically when the fumble play occurred, I was like standing up, hands on the head, just like that's just not how it's supposed to go down. Like this is not how the story ends. But I mean, they got the ball back and then for some reason tried some bullshit trickery reverse. And I mean, if you just again, north to fucking south, Mayor. That's what I say every time they get the ball, north to south. Just run straight on the kickoff. Like they kicked it short, good play. They could have gotten out to the 20. I'm convinced they could have gotten into the 20. And then if that pass to Hogan is completed, you're already kind of maybe around midfield. Another pass to Gronk, he gets out of bounds. Like you might have had a couple easier shots. Also, on the last play of the game, Chris Hogan just gets laid out at the 20-yard line.
You know what?
Blindsided. I'm just curious where everyone who's saying the NFL is rigged for the Pats is. I mean, gosh, you've all gone into hiding. It's remarkable. Whenever the Pats win, it's fucking rigged. And people will say, oh, what about Amendola on the sideline? Dude, the guy was holding him up for 10 fucking seconds and trying to rip the ball out. Like, the guy blew it dead, and then Amendola gave up on the play. Like, it's not a fumble. Like,
I will say, when that play happened, it was just funny how, the fumble happened, or the supposed fumble happened, and they never showed it again. Like, they didn't show it again. So I definitely saw some people getting a little. The people who think that the NFL is fixed, they were licking their chops when that happened.
So I don't understand why anyone really cares. Everyone says it's fixed anyway, so who really cares if the Patriots win or who wins? It's fixed at the end of the day.
If we're being honest, the calls that you could argue that if the refs were for the Pats, that the two very questionable touchdowns.
The Clement catch?
Yes. Did you think the Ertz touchdown, was that a catch?
That's a catch. That's a catch. Yes. And honestly, they're all catches.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, the ball moving, in between your arms, you have the ball, and you caught it, and then you're, trying to secure it as you go to the ground. That little movement, switching it, you still have it. You've caught the ball. You've caught it.
Yeah.
And now you're just going to the ground, and I guess, you should hold it all the way through. But... I mean,
Well, the Ertz call was that one. If that got overturned, that would have been
crazy.
Dumbfounded.
Yeah, dumbfounded. He took 3 steps, and then the ball, the ground caused the fumble anyway. So,
and people are saying that was the same thing as Jesse James, but it was not. It was not the same.
You're an idiot if you think that.
And I don't remember the Dez catch. I don't think that was the same thing either.
No,
maybe that one was, but that's one of those calls where. Everyone points for change. So, if anything, maybe it was. He maybe did catch it. And if he did,
caught it.
Then, that is what it is. But I think in total, anyone who thinks the NFL is fixed after watching the Pats go down,
you gotta question yourself.
You don't have much of an argument anymore.
No, Gene really put it to us. It is what it is. I was hoping for some Tuck Rule 2.0 on the fumble. Didn't happen.
I thought for sure. I was watching the fumble very close.
Dude, and of course, Wade's fumbled. Down. It goes down and hits the guy right, in his foot, bounces up right in his hands. Not even a scramble for the ball.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I can't believe Nick Foles. But the thing is, it was more of his offensive line all day to throw. He made some great passes.
A lot of good players around him.
A lot of good players. Alshon, huge target. I knew he was going to be a problem.
Yep. Aguilar had a good game.
Looking back
2 years
on
ago,
it,
couldn't catch.
Very wrong. Should have wanted the Vikes because they don't have big receivers. We would have matched up much better with those type of receivers.
I think it's safe to say that if you played the Vikes, it would have been a blowout.
It would have been a little bit
That
better.
is my opinion because from what I've seen from the Vikes, They were frauds the whole year.
Keenum he's just like Foles kind of, but worse.
Yeah.
The running game isn't as good as Philly's. I mean, they were outmatched clearly defensively. I mean, and the Philly defense, Vikes defense, pretty similar. I mean,
actually, yeah.
It would have been Tommy would have had a day on them as well. So.
Yep. So yeah, you did say you're on to next season.
Yep. Right now, I'm a big fan of UConn women.
Okay.
Arsenal. EPL soccer. I'm an Arsenal fan.
Interesting.
UConn women for sure. Mm-hmm. Also, Villanova is my second team.
Okay, not even Duke now.
No.
Okay.
No. See, the thing about Duke, which I might have touched upon before, is I just don't like the one and done.
Yes, we talked about that. Yeah,
I just can't root for that.
I agree, and I respect that. I respect it.
I loved like the Reddick years, and even like up to Shire, like John Shire, and I mean, I'd root for Duke when they were like the Tyus Jones team, but then that's when I kind of really started like leaning off of like Duke, like right around then. Like I don't know, it's just not my style.
And then you got the Celtics too, and then
I got my C's.
The Sox are coming up.
Anyone but the Warriors, then the Sox. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But what I was going to ask about, you said this, you're looking forward to next year. There's two big question marks, I think. Well, more so one now, because McDaniels, he's back. So, which if I can give my little input on that, I thought that was a bad move by maybe not bad move for his career, McDaniels. I just wasn't a fan of it, just how he went about it. Mm-hmm. If you commit to a team, you should probably at least tell them that that you're having second thoughts, something. Mm-hmm. But the big news is that apparently, maybe not big news, but there's some rumors that Rob Gronkowski might retire. And we were just reading an article before we started. He might become an actor.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, do you think, if you had to make a guess right now, does Gronk retire?
If I had to guess, I'd say no.
Okay.
But, I mean, I could see him retiring like early 30s or maybe in the near future after next year, just because he's had so many injuries with his arm, ACL, concussions. Like, he's a big target out there. And he's won now 2 Super Bowls, technically.
Yeah.
And
he gets a ring for last year. He does.
Yeah, he's accomplished a lot. He didn't play in the Super Bowl last year, which bodes well for the Pats just moving forward.
Yeah.
Still say Edelman is more valuable than Rob.
He had a great game.
He had a great game, no doubt about that. 2 touchdowns, like over 100 yards, no doubt about it. He had a great game. Mm-hmm. Still say Julian's more valuable.
Yep.
Like, I feel like they just click better, Tommy and Jules.
He's when you think of like what Tommy likes to do, and it's like the short passes and maybe not the gadget plays, but he likes to do those short, type of routes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Edelman's perfect for that.
Yeah.
He moves the chains.
Hopefully they can bring back Deion, James White.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those guys are amazing in the whole scheme for Josh McDaniels catching the ball. So as long as they have like those guys, and I mean, if they got rid of Gronk, it would suck. If they have him, I mean, it's again a shoe-in to get to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Except, I mean, it does come down to the defense. They have to. They're a lock for the AFC Championship game again. So I mean, it's going to come down to the AFC Championship game. Them versus Pittsburgh, or, I mean, this year, them versus Jags. I don't know if the Jags will get back next year. Maybe. I don't know.
Bortles did have surgery on his wrist. He was playing with a bad wrist.
He was playing with a bad wrist. That's true. I mean, it comes down to the AFC Championship, probably in Foxborough. The Steelers had the easy schedule of them all this year, and the Pats typically do anyway, but the Steelers had a ridiculous easy schedule. That's why they went 13-3. But, I mean, we'll see next year, AFC Championship game. I'll be ready. I don't think that the Eagles are going to make it. I think, maybe a little, this year a little asterisk. I mean, no Rodgers. We had no A-Rod. We had no Zeke.
Oh, boy.
That ruined things.
It did.
I'm telling you, the Cowboys, I hope the Cowboys get back in the playoffs. At least it wasn't really like, I mean, the Eagles, I don't know too many Eagles fans. Bobby Mazzucato, bandwagon back when he was probably like 10 when McNabb was there. So congrats, Bob. I mean, that's why he played the game. I mean, the Eagles probably win that game. I'll give them 3 out of 10. Mm-hmm. I mean, the Patriots it's unlike them, not prepared.
Yeah.
They weren't prepared.
It definitely went exactly, it went exactly as I thought it was going to go, where the Eagles went big early, not big lead, but they took the lead early.
Yeah.
Pats kind of had to play catch up. That's what they do.
Usual.
Vintage Pats.
Yep.
But that one fumble, that was really what, Tommy was right. It was one play.
One play ruined it. I mean, Tom Brady's going to torch that defense every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to happen every single time he's going to do that. Is Nick Foles going to do that every single time? I feel like the Pats would adjust. I don't know. It kind of, they didn't see him during the year at all.
Do you think they maybe
good coach.
Underestimated Foles a little bit?
Yeah, they probably did. I don't want to think that. It's not the Patriot way, but they must have. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
It is what it is.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, the season's over now.
Yeah.
What can you do?
We'll be talking fantasy in the summer in like 90, 100, 120 days.
Absolutely. It's already, yeah. I mean, I'm good for a couple months of no football because I think that's good. Just to refresh
stress.
A little bit. Yes, it's a lot of stress.
Some weight's been lifted off the shoulders.
Absolutely, yeah. So I won't be thinking about fantasy until maybe March, which is only a month away.
Nope.
But for the rest of the time, as you said, we've got some college hoops, we've got some NBA, we've got some women's hoops. If you're into the women's, hoops
that's just.
game.
I've been watching UConn women because the men are just so bad, man. I can't.
They are. They're playing right now. Actually, I don't know what the score is.
Oh, the men?
Yes.
I could probably figure that out for you.
I don't know if I want to know because they're playing USF. If they're losing the USF, I'll.
Is it home or away?
It is home. It's at Gamble. Tickets were free because the snow. Not enough people. They didn't think were coming.
It's 2-2. 2 minutes in.
Okay. 2 more points than they scored.
9 minutes into the game. Last game.
9. Yeah.
Against Cincinnati
absolutely.
last Saturday.
I'd rather not talk about UConn at all because it's just such a down year. Let's just talk about NBA. Even though my team that I root for, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they look like a mess. I watched the Cavs Magic game last night. I've never been. I don't know. I'm trying not to blame myself for talking up the Cavs so much because I don't understand what the problem is. But there is an obvious problem, and they're terrible. So I guess I talk a big game about the Cavs because LeBron's my guy. I can admit that I was wrong. I'm wrong about that one.
It's not looking good right now, record-wise, regular season-wise, I suppose, for Cleveland.
Yeah.
But as we know, typically teams turn it on when it's May, June.
Well, yeah. Let's put it this way: you can't count them out until they're out. They're done.
Is it still early?
It's getting to the point where it's not early.
We can't say it's early anymore because we're almost over halfway, if not already halfway.
We're at the
season.
point where they're almost out of the playoffs now.
I don't think that's the case.
They're I think they're 4 out of the 8 seed or 4 out of the being out of the playoffs.
I gotta check this now because you got me wondering. Let me check the comp. They're in third, Mayor.
Yeah, but look at
You're
their
right.
losses.
Oh my gosh.
4 games out from Philly.
You're right.
Detroit's won 3 in a row.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I don't. That's
Detroit's won 4 in a row.
4 in a row. 3 in a row since they got.
So they're 26 and 26. Cavs are 30 and 22. They've lost 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that New York isn't going to catch it. The only team that could possibly is Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit's the only one, and Miami's playing above their talent. You could say they're missing a lot of guys.
They are.
But that's just because Spoelstra well coached. I always liked Spoelstra.
And they got a tough game against Minnesota. That's not an easy game.
No, they might get blown out. That's on national TV.
They got Minnesota minus 3.5.
That seems very generous to the Cavs.
Wow.
Generous, maybe P. Hogan. Maybe P. Hogan got. He's got that pick. By the way, go to phogan.cappertech.com if you want to buy some picks from Peter Hogan. By the way, thought I'd give that little plug to him.
Yeah, he's doing well right now. Making some side dollars, huh?
He's making some side dollars. He told me people are actually paying for the picks, which I can't believe. But
he's doing well. He's
doing well. He is doing well. He's number 10 on their leaderboard out of 6,000 people.
Love that.
So good on you, Pete. Good on you. But yeah, I think overall the big NBA story right now for the league as a whole is definitely the injury bug that's going around. Just this past 2 weeks since we recorded the last pod, we have lost Kevin Love. He's not out the whole year, 6 to 8 weeks with his broken hand. Boogie out for the year with I think it was a patellar tendon. The same injury that Elton Brand had when he was 27. Never came back to be the same guy. Porzingis last night just tore his ACL. Sad news. Kyrie has been hurt a little bit.
Yeah, he's back.
Last 4 games or so he's been out. I don't know what the reason is. Do you think there's any reason these guys are going down right now, or is it
No,
just
it's
like
one of those freak things, you know?
freak luck right now?
Injuries coming in bunches. I mean, that sucks for the Knicks. They were sort of on the edge of maybe getting in, but now it's looking like they're screwed.
Yeah.
And Hardaway had been out. I don't know if he's back yet.
I think that's a good thing. I don't want to say a person injured is ever a good thing, but for Porzingis to be out, the Knicks can kind of like stop playing this game of like we're good enough to be in the playoffs. Now you can just embrace being bad, get a good pick, maybe get some guys this summer. Maybe you're actually good next year. I don't know when Porzingis comes back in a year. But you know, I think overall the biggest one I'm sad about Boogie, my guy. I'm very sad about that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
The Pelicans were looking good.
They were.
They were looking good.
Oh, they were.
So a lot of injuries, and we got the trade deadline tomorrow.
Yep.
Some teams are making moves. Greg Monroe signed to the Celtics.
Big time.
What do you
Big
think of
time.
that? Yeah,
I love
you
it.
happy with
I
that?
love it. Experienced, lefty, big man, big body, moves down low. He's definitely going to play a role down the stretch in the playoffs,
Yeah.
I think. Give us good numbers. I mean, he could throw a double-double in there, no doubt, for sure.
Well, you know what? I was looking at some when the deal went down. I was reading some articles, and when I think Horford or when a set amount of guys, I think maybe the starters are out, the Celtics they can't score. Their bench is just not there scoring wise.
No, I agree.
And when Monroe, when he was on the Bucks, what they would do is he would go out there for 18 to 20 minutes and just take like 15 shots.
Just start
a machine.
He is.
So you
He's
really
good
can't
down
go.
low.
Yeah, you can't go wrong bringing in a guy like that.
He's a tough cat down low.
He is, and they gave him a good amount of
He's a
money,
lefty.
$5 million. He's a lefty. He's a lefty.
Tough. It's different.
I remember. No, it wasn't him. It wasn't. No, I just remember him at Georgetown a little bit.
Yeah,
Great player.
He was tough.
Never was a fan, but you know.
No, hated him.
He's looking good now. Now, definitely don't like him. But yeah, any other NBA things? I mean, we were talking about it earlier. There's really not much going on for the NBA. We're in marathon mode.
We're in marathon mode, just trying to get the All-Star break. Looking forward to that weekend. It's always a good one.
Yeah.
Do we know who's in the? I mean, I saw a couple guys in the dunk contest. I know Aaron Gordon's back.
He actually he's no longer in it.
Why?
He pulled out because he has an oblique strain.
That's
So,
been going on forever.
yeah.
That's why he didn't do it last year.
That's why he didn't do it last year.
Jesus.
Donovan
Christ.
Mitchell is going to do it now.
Yes, I saw it that he's in. Is Dennis Smith Jr.?
I think Dennis Smith. I don't remember.
What about that kid from OKC, Ferguson?
Yes, Ferguson is also in.
Yeah.
Let's look up who else.
Yeah, put a Google in there. And I saw a 3-point. We got Clay in it again.
Clay is in. Steph is not.
That's a shame because he's pretty good at shooting threes. But
Yeah, well,
what about
yeah.
they should get Tatum in there?
Lou Williams, I think, is let's see. So Oladipo, Nance, Dennis Smith, and Donovan Mitchell. So no Terrence Ferguson in there.
Fun fact:
Sorry.
do you know who won the first ever dunk contest?
Larry Nance.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Fun fact. I got on HQ on Super Bowl during the halftime. I got the question 14
What?
out of 15.
So you didn't win any money?
No, I didn't. I was cheating too. I found this website that I'm not going to reveal because I want to keep winning. That gives you the answers. Not all. They give you 80% accuracy. So like they're not all question off. I lost on some. It was some what math theorem is of what they were.
So you had a 33% chance you got it wrong.
The pick. Yeah. Oh yeah. But
so you could have won some big money.
The people who won got $130. NBA player has a father who won the first ever dunk contest. What team picked the Lakers?
I would have had that one right too.
Felt good to actually get
damn.
one without the computer's help. But if I had to pick who I think's going to win of those four guys, I could see Dennis Smith doing an absolute crazy something. He's in that.
Our course, Larry Nance Jr.
Yeah.
Well,
I
think he's motivating.
I think they are in the.
I mean, Larry Nance is just Larry Nance Jr. Like this is like.
Right.
Do we have the 3-point contest?
Yes. So the 3-point guys: Eric Gordon, Clayton.
Okay, Wayne Ellington
and
strokes.
Tobias Harris.
Strokes. Wait, he's on the Clippers now, huh? Contest. That's so tough because those guys
So
all can stroke. Like they're all automatic.
I guess I would say Tobias Harris. I know there's probably not a lot of Clip fans anymore. They're probably all Laker fans again.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, the first three: Eric Gordon, Clay, Bradley Beal, all can stroke.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin Booker strokes. Don't sleep on Wayne Ellington. Do not.
No,
do not sleep on
you
him.
can't sleep on him.
Like, there's no way.
Whoever comes in hot.
That's wild.
What's gonna
Everyone's
happen.
gonna make every shot. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then we have,
Two.
you're right. Yeah, we got Dinwiddie.
Okay.
Respect to my boy Spencer.
I respect that.
Embiid. They have Porzingis. He's not going to be doing it.
No. And Lou Will.
And Lou Williams.
Maybe Jalen. I mean, I really like Horford.
I'm going to go Lou Williams.
Too. Lou or Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I just like those guys.
Hayward in the last year's final round.
Yep. It's fun when the big guys do it. He'd probably be really into it.
He would be into it. I agree. I think
Never really watched that.
just looking at it, there's really nobody that Jamie Foxx, Paul Pierce,
Dolson was the UConn Husky.
Bubba
girl, right?
Watson. Yeah.
Looks like Dolson a little bit.
You know what? When I went to UConn, when I lived there for that, I went and this huge girl opened the door for me.
It was Dolson.
Let's see. Anyone else? Nick Cannon.
No, I don't care about Cannon.
Caleb McLaughlin from Stranger Things. Which one is that?
The black kid,
Is
I
that
think.
the black kid?
Yeah.
African American kid? Let's see.
PC, bro.
PC?
I think it is, if I had to take a guess.
Yes, it is.
I was right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good on him. Candace Parker, Nate Robinson.
Yeah, I'm not into that game. That's not me. I'm
No.
just going to watch that 3-point.
This is the Friday. Yeah.
It's like 375 is standard, 380, somewhere in there. It always ends up going over no defense.
True.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that next pod for sure.
We will. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we will.
Did you want to mention how we sort of have delayed, since no one really reads the book that we chose, Donald Trump, besides me and Mayor and our friend Danny. Mm-hmm. And he said one more person, I thought, Dan.
He said that Kamos read it.
No, I don't think Kamos read it. I don't think so.
Okay.
And to be quite honest, I am about 60 pages short, but I am reading a book and proving the people wrong still. But it's been a good read, and once we're finished, hopefully in the next week, we can talk about it probably not next pod, but the one after, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
it depends when we finish. Busy life over here, man, you know?
Busy times, especially,
I'm on my gym grind right now, too. I've been going every day.
Yeah, I noticed. I also go, but I'm lucky because I get out of my job 2:20. I'm out the door. So I'm usually a little bit. I have a little more time. So it's tough. It's when it's cold out.
And the conditions today, my God.
Yeah.
I feel like it's back in the early days of starting the pod when you had the Christmas lights up and it was all snowy. I get out of the car in your driveway and nearly broke my neck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have sued, though.
I told you to. I warned you.
Stepped out on a sheet of ice.
I would show that. See, you know what? That's why people were like, when I found out I had no school today, no work. People were like, why did that happen? It didn't start till 9 or 10. Well, because the roads, once the ice came,
Yeah, terrible.
is a sheet. I might not have school tomorrow for like the first. I might have a delay tomorrow
That'd be nice.
because, as you're saying, it's just a sheet of ice out there.
Yeah.
And it's going to get colder. It's going to keep raining.
I got out an hour early, and when I took my afternoon break, I went out cleaning my car off, and it was just my windshield was just like ice. So I had to take out the old scraper. Really had to work it. Put the car on high heat, let it blast.
Love that.
Yeah, and then of course I didn't lift my windshield wipers up, so they were stuck to my car for a little bit. Heated them up though, got them going, got them moving. Eventually got it off.
Okay.
But it was a kind of tough ride home. Saw 3 cars, 2-car accident, and 1 car was off the side of the road being towed.
Okay.
And then we saw some snap stories just a little while ago before we started the show, and there was a car on fire.
Cars on fire.
84.
And you were saying when you were coming here, lights were out.
Lights were
on
out.
a highway near me.
Lot of lights out. Yep. So it's not
No.
ideal. I think I should get a delay to work tomorrow. I should get 2-hour delay.
If it was up to me, you would. I mean, let's put it that way.
Let's play it safe. Put in the inclement weather. Get paid 2 hours of work. Come on.
There you go.
Why not?
I will. You know what though? Even aside from the weather, when it's January, February, March, you just want to go to work. You wake up, it's cold. You go to work, you come out, still cold.
Yep.
Then you go to the gym. Then you don't want to go out.
No, it's tough because it's still dark out. It really has the mood, still has a damper on me.
Yeah.
But I have been noticing on the days where it's not snowy, rainy, that when I go out to my car, we still have a little sunset going on,
Okay.
which is very nice. I usually I get out at 5. So when I'm walking to my car now, it's a little bit lighter, which is
Okay.
nice.
That's
you
good.
know?
It's always
I get
nice.
home, there's still some light out at like 5:20. It gets dark more around like 5:30, 5:45, I'll say.
Yeah.
And apparently 1 minute every day. 1 minute every day.
1 minute every day.
1 minute and a
Yeah.
half, minute and a half, yeah.
I didn't realize that until this year, and I said, "Oh, it's just a minute and a half."
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
So eventually, once summer comes, everything comes alive.
Might be more vibrant. Might be more willing to get out, go do stuff.
Yeah.
Like drive 10 minutes to your house. It's like, oh shit, Mary lives like 9 minutes away. It's like, this is gonna be a haul.
I don't blame you.
18-minute round trip.
I really don't. I really don't blame you.
Like, I put on my coat.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was gonna say. Anything else you wanna touch on? We were gonna touch on UConn. I think we're gonna wait on that.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to have Ryan Rampone call in, and it's just the way the time went.
Maybe next one.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe next one, or maybe at the end of the year we can.
Hopefully we can get another person on for the pod in the near future.
Absolutely.
Spice things up maybe a little bit. I know you were talking with one of our first guests, AJ Marsiglia, about some WWE stuff.
Yes, we were talking
really
WWE.
Your cup of tea. I don't really watch that, but
it is. Yeah, I did not realize AJ was such a big wrestling guy.
When's the next one on? Monday?
It's on Monday Night Raw.
Right.
Yep. And then there's SmackDown Live on Tuesdays.
Okay. Well, what's like the next big event that everyone gets up for?
You know what? The next big one is WrestleMania.
Which is when?
That's in, I think, early April.
Okay.
That's
April.
like the next one where people get excited about. There's a couple shows that are pay-per-views before that, but those are like the ones that
you have to pay for?
Well, yeah, unless you have the WWE network or whatever.
Do you have it?
I do have it. I do.
Nice.
It's only $10 a month, so that's not bad.
No.
But those are the ones that like no one really cares about,
Gotcha, yeah.
Like those aren't like, if you are a more casual fan, you watch WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam. Those are the big three. And Survivor Series. Those are the big four. So the next big one, WrestleMania, that's where all the stars come out. They break attendance records. The Rock's there. He's lighting stuff on fire. Gronk came to the last one. He punched Jinder Mahal, who's like the Arabic, like foreign, like bad guy. Gronk came in, said, boom. I think he speared him. It was nice.
Wow.
I think he just hit him.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. And when I went to one of the shows one time at Mohegan. I went to the show, and who was there in the front row? Gronky.
Wow.
He was there.
Maybe he's retiring.
I've never seen him in person before that. The man's massive. But it was right after his back surgery, so he was definitely leaner. He wasn't that big. He was very skinny, actually. I saw him. I was like, he just doesn't look like what I thought he would look like on TV.
Yeah.
And then week one comes in, and he's, back up to like whatever, 300 pounds or whatever he is. But yeah, we'll definitely have someone on soon to talk. I mean, we got so much. There's it's tough because as we were saying, it's like a very low, a very boring time.
It is
until
a boring time.
Pitching.
We need March Madness. We
need some March Madness.
Wait, we're in February, so we're almost around the March, guy.
We are. We're close.
But the thing is, the tournament actually is.
It's like mid-March.
Mid to late March, and then April is
April.
actually the championship. So we need mid to late March now. But in the meantime, we'll do our best, right?
We'll do our best, yeah. Make sure if you are reading the book and for some reason you're not done, make sure you finish Art of the Deal soon. If you're reading it behind our backs, don't want to tell us. I don't know. We got the next book we're thinking lined up. It might be the TB12 method.
Yep. Fuck the haters.
That's what people want.
AKA me, Dan.
You and Dan. There's three people. Majority rules.
Yep.
So we have some promises that people who join the book club after that, if we read the book about Wood's ancestors, the Camachos.
That's true.
So we might do that.
All right. Sounds good.
In the meantime, though, just make sure give us 5 stars, give us a nice little review. Subscribe to us, all that good stuff. You know
the drill.
You know the drill. Kev, anything else you want to add?
No, that's all I want to add. Just reminder, Tom Brady is still the best quarterback of all time for all the haters out there. Still the best, no doubt about it. He's number one. He's number one. Don't get it twisted. 505, MVP, Super Bowl records. Just more, just records on records on records, rings on rings. He's the best ever.
Was this was this a good therapy session for you to talk things out?
Yeah, definitely a good therapy session. Like I said, I'm like, the more I thought about it, I'm a Tom Brady guy. Like if he went somewhere, I might. I don't know if I'm jumping ship or not, but I don't know. If he goes out to the NFC to God, I don't even know. The fucking, I don't know. Name a bad team out and then and the Bears. If he went to the Bears. I might be I'm on the Bear wagon.
What if he went to the Browns?
I'm a Brownie. I'm a Brownie then. I don't know. It's just tough. You're still attached to these guys.
I respect it. That's how
with LeBron.
That's how I am with LeBron. Absolutely. I don't care about the team. I really don't. If the Cavs burn up next year and he's on the team, I would not be phased.
And that's another thing.
Wouldn't be phased.
I with maybe we could discuss more at a later time, but the expectations of teams that you're fans of. Like, the expectation for the Patriots, like, you win the Super Bowl, so when they don't, it, like, hurts more. Like, if you're the UConn Huskies this year, like, there's no expectation. It's just, like, you're just going through the motions. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know you're going to probably lose and not make the tournament, anything, so it is what it is. But, like,
Sadly.
with the Celtics, like, this year and even, like, last year, you knew even though they were the 1 seed, they're going to lose to the Cavs, and if they did beat them, they're going to lose in the finals. Right. And this year, it's sort of the same way. Like, I don't know, the hopes are a little higher. So this year, if they lose, and it's going to sting a little bit more, the expectation is kind of there for me. Last year, it wasn't. So no matter what happened, I wasn't going to be disappointed. Like, I wanted to get past the Wizards. I knew they should get past the Wizards. Now, this year, it's like, okay, the way Cavs are playing, they should be able to compete with the Cavs and maybe make it a better series than it was last year. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the expectation, like with the Red Sox, like last year and the previous year, they win the AL East 2 years in a row. Like the expectation is, okay, they lost in the first round, tough draw, I guess, if you want to say tough draw. Lose 3 in a row.
2 years in a row, we've had tough draws. I will say that.
Yeah, and then this
last
year,
2 teams who made the World Series.
Yeah, so it's been difficult. But again, this year, third year, maybe third time's a charm for the Sox. I mean, the expectation again is there to make it to hopefully I would love Sox-Yanks AL East Championship.
Oh.
That would be nothing better. And then it would be really up there. Like the expectation is really high. So this year I want them to make it to the AL East Championship. For the Sox, and if they don't make it, it's going to be, again, just disappointing. Last year, I wanted to make a divisional round. The year before, a divisional round. And now it's just like...
Yeah. You know what? We fired our manager. It's like we expect a little jump up now.
Like the 3 years ago when they were trash and they came in last or whatever, and they were terrible, barely made it over 500, whatever, the expectation wasn't there that year.
Right.
It's all has to do with expectations for the team, in my mind.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, if you're a Browns fan right now, no, you're not going to really watch the game with too much enthusiasm or fucking care. And then, like, the same thing, like, when you're a fan of, like, the Celtics last year, like, I can't get that much into it when I know they're going to fucking lose. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Absolutely.
And, like, when the Patriots are bad in a couple years, when Tom Brady retires and Belichick's gone, McDaniels, the whole team's been, like, split up and gone, like, the energy level is not going to be there. Like, it's just not. I mean, it's just the way it is for normal humans, unless you're like one of those psycho weirdo super fans who goes to every game and then you get up for, like, I guess the game. But I don't really know any super fans on the Browns right now that are at every game. I mean, I'm sure there's season ticket holders.
There was those fans that did the 0-16 parade. And that was like that was how they dealt with that. Was they were like, we're gonna have a parade because we're so bad.
Yeah, like
that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be those people. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, with the NFL, maybe when the Patriots are bad, it'll be fun to just play spoiler and win a few games.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like I said, all about the expectation. But maybe we could weigh in on that another time even more.
Yeah, I think we'll weigh on that another time. I think we're just about wrapping things up here anyway.
Thank you for listening, everyone. Mayor, anything else?
I got nothing.
All right, sounds good. We'll see everyone next time.
Little homie, like this, I bet I get higher than you. Boy, that's 36,000 feet. What you trying to do? I don't entertain the bullshit unless I'm in the mood. Deion Sanders wear my chains inside of the pool. Must be the money, got a nigga acting a fool. Expensive dinners, prime 112. Shout out to Crizzle, that's my nigga. Chop it with Wiz, low riders with Spitter. Killing the stands, retired the phones. Stunting on niggas, don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. Only killer inside of my car.